Hello, everyone. I'm live. I'm going to try to act like a normal person or like a person that is totally comfortable. I just sat down to film this and I realized I put my feet in a nice little trail of ants and then I got that weird thing like I felt like they were crawling all over me. So if I do some like, that's why. But I'm here, I'm present. Ants and all. Today, I would love to talk about this idea of saying yes to life. This is something I've been practicing, and it's really cool because it brings you into some really amazing situations that you probably, or at least for me, that I would have said no to previously. And I had this idea, I got this idea originally from this book, The Surrender Experiment by Michael Singer. And I loved this idea because hey Aaron, oh my gosh, good to see you. I can't wait to meet you in person. Just throwing that out there. Someday soon. And so I love this book. Okay, The Surrender Experiment by Michael Singer. I have read over and over and over because this man lives his life literally surrendering to life, surrendering to whatever life brings him, saying yes to whatever shows up in his life. And his, hey Aaron, thank you. So Michael Singer, he goes on to begin to say yes to everything in his life. The purpose of his whole life is to realize that the mind is just the mind and these thoughts are running to try to keep you safe, but to listen to really be much more in the flow of life and whatever shows up for him, right? So he continues to just say yes to life, whatever it is. And this was amazing to me because obviously there's things we think we like and we don't like, and we say yes to some things and no to others because we don't think we're going to like them. But he totally blows that up and says yes and like accepts whatever life brings him. And the craziest part of this story of his is when he buys this property in Florida, and he leaves for a bit and he comes back and this woman is literally building a house on his property. But he knows that he is really he's to just like of course his mind's like, what is this woman doing? She's building a house on your property. Is she crazy? She didn't even ask him. She just started building, right? And his mind is like, oh my gosh, it's giving his mind so much fuel to just be like irate and angry and what could you think? And he excuses himself and he goes in his house and he sits and he lets the mind do his thing. And he realizes that this is life showing up to show him a different path. One that he would not have normally chosen, one that would easily allow him to be completely angry and overwhelmed and tell this woman no. But he takes a deep breath, does his little meditation, goes back out and lets the woman continue to build on his house. And what I love about this story is that, of course, down the road, like years down the road where he couldn't see, this becomes this beautiful temple and this beautiful home for so many people, for so many people to gather. And it's this amazing place. And life knew, right, what would happen down the road. He just couldn't see it. And his little monkey mind, his inner critic was like, tell this woman she's nuts. That's it. So I thought this was such an interesting idea, and I love using it even in my own life, even for like the tiniest things. Like yesterday, I met two amazing women who were at this event, and they were going to go to lunch, and they offered for me to go to lunch with them. And of course, I don't know, immediately I was like, oh no, I need to get home. I need to go do these things. In my mind thinking like, oh, I have all these other things I should be doing, I need to do. When really I could have, and all of a sudden I just heard, say yes, just say yes. And it's something as simple as going and having lunch. But honestly, I mean, how many times do we say no to stuff because we think we should be doing something else, or we don't know if we're really going to enjoy the company of the people or whatever. Like the mind is constantly getting us to say no to stuff or to do what it thinks it's going to do. Oh, I forgot. I went to Fiesta today in Santa Barbara, so I am fully equipped with the confetti in my hair today. So that's cool. A festive live. So anyways, I went and I had lunch and it was amazing, and we had a beautiful, amazing conversation, and who knows where these friendships will lead down the road. But it was the tiniest thing it can be, from the biggest thing of somebody, this guy is obviously on a different level, letting someone build a house on his property. But I know that I also need to read the Yes Man or something by what's that comedian's name? Jim Carrey, right? He has a movie called The Yes Man. So I don't know what that is. I know that it keeps coming up, so I know I probably need to watch it. But yeah, I don't know. I just think if we can start saying yes to life, that life knows so much grander and bigger than we can possibly know. And these things show up in our lives for a reason. And how exciting to just do a surrender experiment yourself. Or I think, I do this in my own life as well. And just listening to these little whispers that come. And it's kind of like last year when I sold all of my belongings and took off to travel. I quit my job. I pretty much sold everything I had, and then I took off to travel. And it was because I paid attention. I was like in the flow with life. I was watching what little hints came to me, and I was saying yes to these little hints that came, or these books that came, that led me to this ultimate decision down the road to sell everything and travel, which was amazing, right? And I said yes to that. I didn't say, oh, how could I do it? I don't know how I'm going to do it. How can I make that happen? I'm not independently wealthy yet, all of these things. But no, I said yes. And life showed up and unfolded in ways that allowed me to go do these amazing things. And it's so neat to live in this bigger spectrum, because it's just so much bigger than us. It's so much bigger than what our little minds think, or what we think we like or don't like, or our opinions, or, preferences. When we can let go of opinions and preferences, oh my gosh. When you can just let go of opinions and preferences and know that life is for you and showing up for you and guiding you, it allows you to build this trust in life, and it allows you to find yourself in situations that you never would have dreamed of. I heard a story recently of another woman who took a year and said she was going to say yes to everything. And it was really cool because she ended up having the craziest year. I mean, the most amazing year. She found herself in some really interesting situations, but all of them were amazing, and all of them created growth for her. And she literally said yes to everything. I don't know if I'm actually there yet where I can say yes to everything, but it's fun to be in this dance with life and know that life is for you and life is guiding you. And, these things are showing up for a reason, and saying yes to them when you normally would say no. Like, why not freaking live on the edge a little bit, and let's just start saying yes to stuff that we wouldn't normally say yes to. Life can unfold in ways that we can never imagine with our small little human minds and ideas of what we have for our future. So I just love this idea. Say yes, say yes, say yes. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this or know what I'm talking about, but if you have, let me know, because it's really amazing. Oh, my friend Forrest just jumped on. He's really good at saying yes to life too. So it's exciting. Life is here for us. Life is here to guide us, and saying yes keeps you sort of on top of being in the flow of life and not getting caught up in this worry mind, right? When you know that life is taking care of you. So that's my live for today. Oh, I was hoping there was a bunny back there. There have been little bunnies in here every day, so I love it. All right, you guys. That's all for now. I'll see you tomorrow.